Hello, everyone. If you are watching this live, hello. If you are watching the replay, hello. Oh, we have people here already, which I'm so excited to see. Naked Acres says hello, writers. Takara says hello, Sarah and everyone. Tim says happy new year. Oh, I love this. Yes. Cassandra says hello. Tania says hello and happy new year. Happy to be here tonight. Yeah, it does feel like ages. It feels like it's been forever. Davis is here. Rosemary is here. Cass is here. Hello. Thanks, Poxy. Poxy says, I was so excited to see a notification for the stream and happy new year, friends. Oh, hi, hello, hi. Oh, Burr, I'm cold. It was, I don't know, it's not horrible here. It was like 19 degrees here. I went on a walk today and I felt great, and now I'm just like, I can't get warm. So that's how we're doing. That's how we're doing today. How are all of you? How does it feel to be in a whole new year? Oh yeah, so Naked Acres asked, Sarah, how is your time off? So if you were here on Wednesday, you may have noticed that I was not here. I did not communicate very well about what my off schedule is going to be like, and so I really apologize if you were here on Wednesday and I was not here. I apologize for leaving you hanging, but I'm back now. The time off was good. Jimmy says 19 is not an acceptable number of degrees. May we ship you some more? Yes, please. I'm so cold. Yeah, with shipping delays, you may not get them until March. I know. I've got some hot tea here, and I'm just like trying to wrap myself around the mug. Oh, Jimmy, you're on Twitch. Yeah. Oh, this is new. This is exciting. Because I was going to share with you that like people are saying hi to you, but you probably know that. And yeah, like Tim says, it'll definitely still be cold here in March. So please send us some degrees. But I've got warm tea and I've got Midori here, who's extra snuggly. I don't think you can see her, but she's here. Oh, Annie's here. Hello, Annie. Good. Poxy says I'm doing well. Working on some overlays and banners for a friend's Twitch channel. Oh, that's delightful. Currently trying to draw our pets in Photoshop. That sounds like a fun challenge. I love it. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Annie is going to finish eating dinner. Oh my gosh. I would love fried chicken. That sounds amazing. But yeah, you were asking how my time off was. It was good. I slept in. I discovered Stardew Valley. What did I, Tim? What did we do? I mean, I was sort of like not on call, but I was still thinking about work and stuff. Jimmy is shaking his fist at Stardew Valley. I know. Oh, Essie says, here's to an amazing year looking forward. I love it. Yes, we ate, slept, and thought about working. Yeah, I got a lot of sleep. Is it bad if like the weekends or the week that I took off like kind of passed and I have no memory of it? Does that mean I was like really hardcore relaxing, or does that mean I have issues? Is that a good thing, or is that a problem? I think that's what I'm asking. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah, Marissa's here. Hello, Marissa says, hi friends and happy new year. The cryptid next door is here. Hello. Yeah. Oh, I love this. Cassandra says, I've slept so much over the past few days. It's been blissful, and I definitely feel my batteries are starting to recharge. That, and I got to snuggle with my parents' doggy. Oh, what kind of dog? When people say doggy, I immediately think corgi because I think of dog and then corgi, gi at the end. So I don't know. Not all doggies are corgis, but all corgis are doggies. Jimmy says, in writing news, I wrote a little story I don't know what to do with. I want to talk about that. In Stardew Valley news, I caught a fish and ate it right there by the water so I could have the strength to walk back to my decrepit cabin. Jimmy, you can like chop little pine cones and maple tree seeds and acorns out of the ground and make field snacks with those, and they have a lot of energy. Ooh, Naked Acre says, I've been on vacation since 12/24, have forgotten where the office is, and that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, Takara's assuring me it's a good thing, so I'm gonna go with that. Ooh, Davis says, I've been doing my dailies in Animal Crossing and just discovered 2 new storylines in Hades after 100 runs. Oh my gosh, that is fantastic. So it looks like a lot of video games. I was like, what else did I do? I got a lot of books for Christmas. And so I started reading Beneath the Rising by Premi Mohammed. And it's really good so far. I enjoy following her on Twitter. She's at Premi, and I think her name is like Premisaurus or something. I originally followed her a few years ago because she's an entomologist and also a molecular biologist, I think. She's just so smart and funny. And like, I was like, oh my gosh, I have a whole book of this writer. Oh yeah. And I have to show you. I don't know. Let's see. It's going to be pointing with this finger. I get disoriented a little bit. I don't know if you can see behind me. I have this beautiful teapot and teacup set that Tim got me for Christmas. Here, I'm just gonna get up and show you. I'll show you one of the teacups. So there's this artist on Twitter who paints galaxies on tea sets. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's not showing up super great, but these are the girl in space colors. And the teapot is just stunning, but they all have this beautiful, just dark, rich violet and pink and white galaxy on them. They're so cool. So thank you, Tim. He commissioned it for me some time ago, and I was just floored. It was so beautiful. So, oh yeah. And Tim says the artist is Amy Ray Hill, and you can find her over on Twitter. So yeah. Oh my gosh. Jimmy, why are you, okay, wait, this could very easily turn into me talking about Stardew Valley. Oh, thank you. Sarah says, I like your desk this way, less glare. It's just so usually I have my laptop over here because of just how I usually have papers stacked everywhere. And today I've moved it over. This is my recording setup for the Right Now podcast because I need a clear area in the middle where I can set my towels and my foam and my microphone. So you're looking at, and I used to have it set up this way back in the old days when we started doing these live streams. And I've just switched it up a little bit so that when I'm typing, I'm not sitting at like an angle, so like I can sit straight ahead. But yeah, it's like this because I have been not mass recording. I've been trying to get ahead of my recording schedule. And so I've been recording a new Right Now podcast episode every day. I just recorded one about self-sabotage yesterday, which I don't know. I hope you enjoy. If you're prone to self-sabotage like I am, and like so many of us are, I think it might be worth it. Oh my gosh, Jimmy, I love this. Jimmy says, honestly, I may just write Stardew Valley fanfic from here on out. The adventures of Jimmy and how he inherited a farm coincidentally named Jimmy's Farm. Yeah, because you inherit the farm from your grandfather, but maybe he always intended you to have it. I don't know. Oh, thank you. Thank you, lovely people, for saying such beautiful, kind, nice things. Takara has been busy writing, which I love. Ooh, Poxy says I started a new game called East Shade, which I've never heard of. It feels like Skyrim, but no murdering. Hey, that's beautiful. More painting, just as many glitches. It's been my current go-to for a week, and I'm obsessed because it's so chill. That's why I've been playing Stardew Valley. It's been like the first day I played it was the day after Christmas, and I was just still kind of in crash mode from having time off. And I played it. I think I played it for something like 8 hours straight. Like I did not move. I sat, or I laid on the couch and I was playing this video game, and Tim brought me food, and that's what I did. And I think I just really needed to crash hardcore. So yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm backing up. Tim Prime earns 3,000 perfect partner points for that tea set. I love it. Yeah, it really is beautiful. Yes, Davis, you need Stardew. Yes. Hello, Lynette's here. Oh, Charlie's here. Yes, that's a Himalayan salt lamp in the background. I like it because it's warm and pink, and it reminded me of, oh, this is going to be so self-indulgent, but in Girl in Space, I have these pink crystals that grow everywhere, and I'm going to have them start glowing. And I just I like having that here as like a representation, so I can kind of look over and say, oh, it's so nice and cozy and warm. I don't know. That's probably very weird. Oh, okay. Davis needs to go record something that's due by midnight. Good luck. Make sure you hydrate. It's good for your voice and it's good for you. Oh, I like this. I like this. Jimmy, for your farm, the backstory could be part of a prophecy. That's even better than what I said. Yes, Davis, drink some water. Oh, I love it. I love it. Jimmy, that's fair. Jimmy says, I'm so old, my gaming platforms are so out of date that I only get ads for phone. Oh, Timothy's here. Hey. Oh man, we have so many wonderful people here. We're just kind of catching up. Here's Midori's tail in my face. That's great. Thank you. I was just saying, I've missed seeing you all. These live streams have really become a part of my creative process as well, and it's so important. It reminds me it's so important to connect with other writers and creators and podcasters, and it's so important to have this kind of community. I in the week/week and a half that I had off, it was just weird. I was like, oh, I have nothing on my calendar, and like I don't have to be anywhere, and that was nice, but also I really missed seeing people. So it was just it's just very weird. The Adventures of Sarah and Midori. I love that. I love that. Jimmy says the prophecy of Jimmy's farm. One day the promised one will come and he shall cut grass and break rocks and eat raw fish forever. No, it gets better. Jimmy, it gets better. It gets better. Go into the mines and like beat up some slime balls and break some rocks, and you'll make some money and feel better about yourself. I'm like doing my usual like double hydration here. Ooh, Trace is here, and Trace says, I'm about to start writing words instead of music for the first time in something like 10 years. That's a huge deal. Trace is a composer, and you do This Planet Needs a Name and other things. I should know off the top of my head what you do. What is it that you're writing word-wise? Is this for an audio drama? Is this something for you personally? Lynette says, I'm working on copying everything into a new document and then deleting everything but dialogue in my novel. Ooh, I'm going to work on making it flow. Interesting. So are you going to treat it kind of more like a screenplay or a podcast script? Interesting. Yes, Jimmy says, sweet. Oh, good. Cassandra says, I've added attending these live streams to my 2021 goals. That's right. I posted yesterday. Yeah, yesterday, I guess, about your 2021 writing goals. And my newsletter this week, my Dear Creators newsletter, was about your 2021 goals. And I'm curious. I know that Jimmy comes up with 2 words every year to aspire to. Do any of you have creative resolutions or creative goals that you want to work toward in 2021? Yes. I think after this live stream, I might wind down with a little Stardew Valley. I think I'm going to. I was going to say, because I have a lot of parsnips to sell. Yes, that is a really cool goal. Oh, thank you. Poxy says, I missed this little creative corner of the internet. Thank you. I did too. Good. Oh, gosh. These are such a bright point in my week. Thank you, Timothy. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. It's just to make sure the dialogue works. I'm putting the rest back in later. Okay. Oh, very cool. What a cool exercise. I hope that it works well. Yeah, let us know how that goes. Yes. Let's see. Ooh, okay. A new audio drama, which is hugely soundscape based, but there's a lot of story. That sounds really cool. I'm very excited. Trace, I love that. I love that you're working on this. Fantastic. Marissa says, I missed the last Create Along before Christmas, so I played it during vacation and pretended it was live. Marissa, oh my gosh, I love that. Oh, we missed you too. Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Regarding Stardew Valley, it may take a few days before everything is open to you. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Like I couldn't get everywhere at first either. They kind of try to start you up in a very limited way. Ooh. Wait. Oh, shoot. There we go. Tania says, I am determined to get paid for my writing this year. Heck yes. Get paid for your writing this year. I am determined to get paid for my writing this year. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. Timothy says, I'm going to launch 2 podcasts in 2021. What are they? I need to know. Oh, I should stream myself playing Stardew Valley. Well, except I play it on my phone. So I don't know. Can you stream from your phone? Does anybody know the answer to this? Okay, I'm getting people say yes, she should. Okay. I don't know how to make that work, but maybe we can make it work because that would be really fun. We can hang out in Stardew Valley and you can hear my thoughts about Stardew Valley because I have a lot of thoughts. Oh, found a new podcast called Blood Ties. I've heard that. I hope you're enjoying it. Naked Acres says browsing women's shoes. Ooh, on shopgoodwill.com, dangerous habit. I have a lot of shoes. Oh, let's see. Awake and braver than 10 minutes ago. Oh, I like that. That sort of reminds me of like the 1% better every day. I like that. Oh, me too. Okay, you can't see my face, so you can be like, hello? Foxy says, not sure if I mentioned it here yet or not, but I'm a huge fan of story jumping as a form to avoid writer's block. And I started working on a story about an online MMORPG video game that ends up sort of trapping its users inside until someone beats the big bad boss. The story follows a group of total strangers, all on their own paths, who team together and try to beat the game. Oh my gosh, this sounds delightful. I'm super excited to work on a story based in a video game. Poxy, I love that. Have you started it yet? You said you started working on the story. I want more of this. Will it be a novel? Will it be a short story? Will it be a drama of some sort? Oh my gosh, everybody has so many projects. Timothy says, okay, so I've got a nonfiction one and a sci-fi audio drama both in the works. I need them. Give them to me. Good. Lynette says, I'll let you know how it goes. Good. Ooh, Cass says, I got my copy of the Story Engine deck, so I'm going to use it to create story prompts and do at least 10 minutes of writing, outlining every day in January. Yes. Yes. I love these goals. Yes. Naked Acres says, go Tania. Trace says, how do you see that? Oh, Stardew on my phone. Let me just pull it up. Let me just pull it up real quick. See, it's just my little farm. You just look, I'm smelting some things. So gotta get out of there because time goes so quickly. I don't know. Actually, I think most of the time I spend going like this, and so maybe it's not that great for me. Maybe I should be playing it on a computer. Oh, we have all these goals. Oh, all these goals pouring in. Oh, I love this. Okay. Poxy says, my creative goal for 2021 is to start dishing out more podcast episodes. Yes. And finish one of my novels. Wonderful. Let's see. Rosemary says, I want to complete writing and produce season 1 of my audio drama After the Tone this year. Yes. Yes. Oh, you can. Oh, okay. It's a lot more user-friendly. Okay. Downloading Steam on your laptop. Okay. Thank you. You're so good with all of this technical Twitch stuff. Like, I'm still a baby newcomer to Twitch here. Lynette says, my goal for this year is to publish my first novel and to get the second in the series ready to be published. Oh, I love that. And that reminds me, I was taking the Neil Gaiman writing masterclass. Oh, that's one of the things I did over my break. I took a class. That counts as relaxing, right? But he talks about like that's really what we need to be doing is instead of creating and then like waiting and hoping and dreaming that it goes somewhere is like creating, finishing a project, and then just immediately starting the next project. So that reminded me of that cycle that he talks about. One is ready to go right now, almost ready to go right now, says Timothy. And the other one has been dragging as I tried to learn Foley and the use of music. Yes. Yes, it's hard, but you can do it, but it's hard. Oh, it's very hard. Don't let it stop you. And it might be worth looking into teaming up with someone. I don't know. Either just to talk through the Foley and sound design stuff with, or maybe even to see if you can outsource some of that. It's kind of, yeah, I'm not sure 100% what you want to do yourself and what is keeping you from finishing the project. Maybe a little bit of both. Charlie is catching Pokemon. Perfect. Charlie, that's all you need to be doing right now. Oh, you already finished Blood Ties. Oh, I'm so glad. Yay. Cassandra says, another one of my goals is to put more short stories on my website. Since I realized it's hard to have readers if you don't have anything for them to read. Yes. 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 It's so funny you say that. Cassandra, I was looking at my website a few weeks ago. And for those of you who don't know, my website is sarahwerner.com, SARHWERNER.com. And I've been like driving traffic there through social media. Sorry, my hair is really bothering me today. It looked okay earlier. Now it's doing this like weird piecey separate-y thing and it looks greasy even though I literally just washed it. You're just getting all of my dirty laundry today about my hair in Stardew Valley, which I hope is okay. But yeah, I was looking at my website and I was like, I have a lot of free stuff. So like if you go to my website, you know, you can sign up for my newsletter, you can come to these live streams, you can download my PDF roadmap for podcasters. I have a free ebook for writers. I have both of my podcasts are available for free. And I realized like, oh, I'm not selling anything. Like I have, you'll see in the upper corner here, sometimes I'll talk about my Podcast Now Masterclass, but registration for that's not always open because I like to have students going through the course at the same time. So it's like, why am I driving people to my website? Like what's my ultimate strategy here? And I know a few of these sessions ago, we were talking about making a business plan. And yeah, so I don't know. Part of my business plan is going to be like, how am I going to make money in 2021 if I'm not selling anything or publishing anything really out of my website? So that is a fantastic realization, Cassandra. I love it. Ooh, Dungeons and Dragons meets World of Warcraft vibes. I love both of those. So please continue plotting this because I want it. They are the tiniest parsnips. They're just like, I go boop, 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 boop. And like, that's how I water all my crops. Just like, I actually, honestly, I've never seen a bigger version of Stardew Valley. I've only seen my phone version. And so I can't imagine what it looks like on a bigger screen. It's like, oh, it would be so weird and giant and pixely. Davis says, I'm going to be working on a new fantasy audio drama and aiming to complete submissions to all of the screenplay contests I've listed for next year. Whew, how many? Davis, do you know how many that is? Is it like 5 or 25 or 500? Jimmy, this makes me so happy. Jimmy says, my first book comes out this month. I just want to pause and I'm so proud of you, Jimmy. My working plan right now, Jimmy continues, is to have at least 2 more books released by July. Holy cow. At least one will be another picture poem book. The other will be a collection of my short fiction, hopefully. I hope so too. This is me being just like really excited for you with my greasy looking hair. This is just, I'm so excited for you. Naked Acre says, I've been imagining a story that takes place in a thrift store where the items on the shelves are alive after hours, and we learn their histories through dialogue and interaction with customers. Yeah. Yes. We need all of this. We need all of this. Oh, let's see. Uh-oh. I let the comments get away from me. I'm sorry. I think I'm like, I think I'm very far behind. Oh my, oh dear. I'm sorry, everyone. I think I'm like 10 minutes behind in the comments. Okay. Oh, Trace says, my goal is weirdly inverse, to give myself 1 day off a week. Good. Going to have to get more done on the other 6 days, but very worth it. I agree. I've been chatting with a very good friend who has been like, you need at least 1 day off a week to recharge. And I had so much pushback against it for so long. But you're really, I don't know, rest is important. And I had to experience burnout multiple times on multiple levels in order to understand why rest was important and why I couldn't and shouldn't work 7 days a week. And so Trace, I love that goal. That is fantastic. Takara says, I started writing bonus poetry to go with my murder mystery. Awesome. Are you publishing that on your author page as well? let's see, I want to write more this year. I want to write some short stories or flash fiction and get them published. Good. I love it. Annie is done with her fried chicken. Oh, and ginger snap and peppermint bark tea. That sounds like something that fairies drink in the woods. I love it. Now I have to decide if I'm going to work on my official story swap or the bonkers use all the prompts one. I mean, I would encourage you to go bonkers, but you know, that's just me. It's how I roll. Naked Acre says 2021 goal is to publish the first collection of essays and finish your first draft of Memoir 5 and survive it. You can do it. You can do it. I know you can do it. Ooh, Tim says a bit of news with Omen. Finished dialogue editing before break, and I've switched to sound design. Finished up the prologue, and I'm now deep into episode 1 sound effects. And thanks for cheering me on, friends. Good, Tim. I'm so proud of you. And also the show is really good. So I'm really excited for you to share it with everyone. Tania says, my mom will be moving in with us in a couple weeks, so I'll have help with virtual schooling. Good. Plus, my studio is constructed and amazing. Yes. All of which gives me hope and faith that I can actually accomplish my writing goals. Oh, Tania, I love to hear that. I am celebrating with you. That is wonderful. Oh, cheers to you. Oh, I like this. Annie says 2021 goal, keep having fun in the sandbox. Hopefully that leads to something more, but I'm not making any of that official yet. Good, good. Oh, that's where you got the idea for your magical forest project. Oh, that makes me really happy. It was so good. Naked Acre says, Takara, good for you. Poetry is such a great escape. It is. Oh, it is. It's just, I don't know. It feels healthy to write. It feels wholesome and exciting and in all of the right ways. Oh, thank you. Sarah's website, sarahwarner.com. Yeah, I'm super behind with the comments. Marissa says, my goal is to tell people that I am writing a novel. Very few people in my everyday life know that I'm working on one or that I even write. Oh, I'm hesitant to tell people because I'm worried I'll never finish what I've started. All the more reason to tell them, I guess. Yes, Marissa. Oh my gosh. How would you feel knowing that they knew you were writing a novel? Would that help you? Would that be an accountability point? I don't know. I think if you want to tell people, like, we are here to fully support you. Oh, that's exciting. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Timothy says, I want to check out the podcast now course, but your site doesn't list a price. Yes. It's a whole thing. And so I can talk to you about it a little bit later. It's a little on the pricier side because it's huge. I made essentially an in-depth marketing and branding. And so like the point of the course is like, you're not just making a podcast, you're making a successful podcast. And so I walk you through marketing basics and building your brand and networking and some tricks for getting some new listeners. And so there's 52 videos. It's big. It's a big chunky class. So yes, I can send out more information about that later. And if you're on my mailing list, you might be getting some more information about that as well when we launch. Your first poetry book is coming out in May. Takara, that's exciting. Heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, I love it. Kathy says, Marissa, same. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I got behind in the comments again. Trey says, yay, Jimmy, that sounds awesome. Cassandra says, Jimmy, I'm excited for you. Timothy says, I have an excellent short story that I want to develop into an audio drama script for submission to contests. Awesome. Oh, heck yeah. Davis says there are a dozen contests listed, and while I'm not sure it will be completely feasible, it'll be a good goal to work toward. Good. Good, good, good. Yes. At this point in the comments, it's now 2022. Well, I hope you've all had a good year. Naked Acres says, totally digging the positive determination vibe from you all tonight. I may never find my way back to work. Well, you are welcome to stay here with us in Positive Determination Valley for the entire evening if you wish. Good. We'll have fun outlining it. Good, 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 good. Oh, good. And Takara says, yes, everything is on my Facebook author page. Poxy says, my biggest issue with that story I mentioned is figuring out how to start it. But I think I will follow everyone's advice and start in the middle of the story rather than from the beginning and take it from there. Yeah, it's a concept called in media res. IN space media space RES. And you can Google it. And it's this, my mind is it just went completely blank. It's just a term that means starting the story in the middle of the story. So you can write the other stuff, but you might, end up cutting it and just throwing people into the action a little bit later. It can be a really fun way to write. Let's see. Oh, good. Yeah. Timothy says, I'm putting myself on the waiting list for podcasts now, but it might be out of my budget range until podcasting begins making me rich and famous. Yeah. I appreciate that. Cassandra says, Marissa, I just told my coworkers I did writing at the end of the year. None of them knew I was doing that. It was scary and nice at the same time. Yes, I can imagine. Yeah, just a lot of feelings, and everyone might not react the same way. Like some people may be encouraging, some people may be less encouraging. Thank you for sharing that, Cassandra. Yes, Cass says, I love a good in media res. I love it. Davis asks, does anyone have a single medium that feels like your go-to? For me, the medium is just writing. So whether it's, I've got my journal here. I've got another journal here that's got the beginnings of a new fiction project. For me, the medium is writing, and I'll write anything and everything. But I know some people here prefer short stories. I know some people here prefer poems. Some people prefer novels. Davis, what do you prefer? What is your at-home go-to medium? Lynette says, I've heard a lot of authors say you need an author website, but how do you start one when you don't have anything to put on it? Lynette, that's a great question. Usually I advise people to just start an author website. It can be one page. You do not have to have like pages and pages of like, oh, here's all my work, and here's a blog, and here's a secondary blog about my first blog and also about maple syrup. And it doesn't need to be that complicated. It can just be literally one page that says Lynette, or whatever your name is, or whatever your pen name is that you want to write. And it can be LynetteAuthor.com or something to that effect. And it can just be a picture of you, a little bio, and it can just say like, hey, I'm currently working on, this novel or this novel. And it can link then to, if you're on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, as your author presence, so a professional platform. And that can be it for now. Like it can just be a placeholder. And the idea is that the website will grow along with you, so that when you do publish your first piece, you can immediately talk about it on your website and link to it, sell stuff, sell copies of it, whatever it is that you make. So I would advise having even just like a quick one-page website. Yes. Davis says, writing is my medium too. I've been a jack of all trades and master of none in everything. Problem is pulling attention away from one thing to work on another. You might just still be discovering what it is you love. You might still be just discovering your voice. You don't have to have that figured out right now. Like, because you're still in your 20s. Like, there's people who are in their 50s and 60s who are just now starting to realize like, oh, I want to write. Like, you don't have to have this stuff figured out right now. You can just enjoy writing whatever medium suits the story idea that you have, and just enjoy experimenting and see if there's something that just feels good and at home to you. And I think maybe that's why you said the problem is pulling attention away from one thing to work on another. That might be where some of that that tension is coming from. Oh yeah, we should do website shares someday and talk about what to do with them. That's a great idea. Some of you may know this, but I was in marketing for 10 years, and 5 of those I spent working on website strategy. So I'm really I almost said I'm really happy to have, but I'm really happy to help and give direction on author websites. So yeah, that would be fantastic. Timothy, that's not Sadly's. That's not Sadly. No. There's a lot of people in this group that are in their 50s, and they're just starting. They're just doing their thing. There's also people who are in their early 20s. Davis says, I just had my quarter life crisis in 2020. Okay. Yep. I feel like I have crises more than every quarter of my life. That's probably not good, is it? It's probably not good. Takara says, my goal for 2021 is getting back to my free verse novel so I can publish it right after my poetry book comes out. Takara is on her goals. I love it. Lynette says, where is a good place to buy your website address from? It depends where you're making your website. So like if you're building your website on Squarespace, you can buy your domain through Squarespace, and it's just all taken care of for you there. If you're self-building a website on like Wix or WordPress, you might be able to buy the domain through there, depending if it's self-hosted, but you can, I like Hover, Hover. Hover.com is a good place to buy domains. Again, I like Squarespace. I've used that now for a number of websites, including my partner Tim's website for Omen. And again, it's just all kind of right there. And I think they have most domains available for $20, and then you just renew that domain every year through Squarespace. So if you're kind of just starting out and if you can afford it, I think it is, $12 or $14 a month for Squarespace. I don't know. It's been a really nice, like all-in-one package, and your website ends up looking professional. I swear Squarespace isn't paying me to say this. I just found that it's a really good starting place. Yeah, Trace says, I'll be 42 soon, and I figured out what I wanted to do at 38 after ambling for so long. Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's no comparison to be done here. Everybody starts at a different place. I might not have even found my career yet. Like, maybe I'm an opera singer, and okay, that's a really bad example because I can't sing, and I don't think I'm ever going to, but like, yeah, everybody's journey is different, and we really can't compare where we are in our journey. We can only help each other along in our journey. There's no too old, there's no too young. There's all just, we're figuring it out together as a community. Totally forgot it was 2021 for a minute. Me too. Ooh, Naked Acres says, getting older is a privilege denied to many. Boom. Yes. Yes. Timothy is overdue for a midlife crisis, but can't get the ridiculous red sports car. Very few of us can. Treslin says, I turned 36 on the 19th of this month, and I finally decided to take my writing seriously. Yes. Really shoot for it. Yes. Treslin, yes. Yes. I'm so happy for you. Take that seriously. I love it. I love it. I love it. Davis says, it feels like I'm getting pulled to try out different mediums because I don't quite know what I like, and I take in a lot of different mediums on top of that. Yeah, it's just going to be a little bit of a messy hodgepodge for now. And honestly, I feel like the best advice that I can give you, not that you asked for it, is just keep creating in all of those mediums, and just keep your mind open and say, I'm doing this as an experiment. I'm doing this as an experiment. And I think eventually you'll find especially if you give yourself that open-minded freedom. I think your medium, if you have just one, will find you. And like Neil Gaiman writes comics, short fiction, novels, probably some other stuff I don't even know. There are a lot of writers who don't just pick one thing to write. There are many who do. There's some writers who just write novels, but there are a lot of writers who they're like polymaths in writing. Like they love to do so many things. Jimmy says, I'm 52. I started writing when I was a kid, but gave it up for a long time. I picked it back up 5 years ago and fiddle farted around. You have the best phrases. Fiddle farted around until only recently when it finally sank in that I really am a writer. Yes. Good stories don't care how old you are. They only care that you are ready to tell them. Oh my gosh. Yes. That is so good. Yes. I want to say that again because that was so good. Good stories don't care how old you are. They only care that you are ready to tell them. Oh my gosh. Yes. That is so good. Oh my gosh. Marissa says, realizing I'll be turning 30 this year has actually really helped me push to finally go ahead and write a big old novel or medium-sized. I'm not picky. Good. Yeah, sometimes some of us need a deadline. We need a little bit of pressure to get us going. Just nobody look at my hair. That's what we're going to do. Tresselin says, I'm thinking I may go back to edit stories I wrote when I was younger and make them into something. Yes. Yes. Mine your history. Like, use that as a starting board, as a springboard to give you confidence to keep moving forward. Remember, you know how to do this, and you've always known how to do this. I feel like fiddle farting is going to catch on as a phrase. Trace, that's where you started? I didn't know that. That's amazing. Okay, that's awesome. Now everybody is using the phrase fiddle farting. I need to schedule my fiddle farting time daily, says Naked Acres. Davis says, I wanted to be an actor that shows up or that writes up until I moved up to New York and then writing shoved itself. Oh, okay. Sorry. I read this totally wrong. Sorry, Davis. Davis says, I wanted to be an actor that writes up until I moved to New York and then writing shoved itself to the top. I think that's a really good indicator that that's what you truly want to be doing. Sarah says, I'll soon be able to write novels from a geriatric viewpoint and them old people got nothing to do but read. Hey, that is a win-win. I love it. Yeah. Lynette says, you're still young. I'm just figuring it out now and I'm almost 50. Yeah. Yep. Takara says, I started to take my writing career seriously 4 years ago. Yep. Jimmy says, I'm so proud that my biggest contributions to the create-alongs are crap weasel and fiddle farting. You know what, Jimmy, we all have our part to play. Oh my gosh. Naked Acres says, we had a hospice patient once whose one wish was to ride in a red convertible. We found a silver one and she turned it down. It had to be red. Hey, when you're dying, you should really get what you want. Oh my gosh, that makes me want to cry. Oh my gosh. Get her that red convertible. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Charlie is saying he remembers a speech from Neil Gaiman before the podcast took off, and he said he most wished he could write radio plays. So I wonder if he's even going to start a podcast, like an audio drama, or maybe he already has one and we just don't know about it. Oh, you're welcome, Tresselin. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for sharing your stories. Like, you sharing your thoughts and where you are in your process and being vulnerable and authentic is a gift. And I hope that I am respectful of that gift. And I know that I and everyone else in here appreciate you sharing your truths and your stories. It's really important. Ooh, Fearless Like a Lion's Heart says, I think I'm drawn to sci-fi fantasy, so I changed the genre. It's all part of being a writer is finding what you love and are passionate to write about. Yes, also to allow the story to pick you and not you picking the story. Yeah, not forcing it. Right. Trey says, please tell me Crap Weasel and Fiddle Farting aren't connected. I'll just let you ruminate on there. Oh, so, okay. Holy cow. I just looked at the clock. Do you know what time it is? We've been talking for like an hour. I'm so sorry. Hey, so should we do some creating during this create along? Yeah, we needed to catch up. Lynette says we needed to catch up. Thank you. Yes, I need that perspective. Yes, welcome to the Fiddle Fart Along. Oh, good. Timothy says this was so worth it. Oh, I'm so glad. Charlie says, I didn't start catching Pokemon hard until this month, and now I'm at 150. It's never too old to learn. Yeah, this is a fiddle farting stream. Oh. Okay. So if this is your first time here, I don't know what you think right now. We're not always like this. Well, maybe we are. We're always like this. So what we do is we get together in this group and we talk a little bit, or we talk for a whole hour, I guess, apparently is what we're doing now. Ooh, I like this. Pinball Princess says, reflection and connection are part of the writing process. Yes. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Thank you. So we're going to do some creating together. Usually it's for an hour or 45 minutes. Today it's going to be 35 minutes. So everybody get ready for a very compact creation session. Yes, okay, I like this. Cassandra says we're always like this. There's just sometimes more writing than others. Right, so this will just be a little less writing, a little bit more connecting. Oh, wonderful. Ducky says, I just stopped in and it feels like some sort of fate. It is great. I'm inspired to write this year. And this is exactly what I needed to find. Well, welcome. We are super excited you're here. And we're actually just about to start writing together. And so it's going to be a little weird. I've had people pop into my stream and they're like, I don't get it. So we're just watching your head, like, as you write. It's like, no, you're supposed to be like doing your own thing. Oh, good. We have a lot of people welcoming new folks, which I always love to see. So yes, so what we'll do is we'll create together until 8:30, as you can see in the bar here. That will be 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. And then we'll come back together and we'll talk a little bit more because apparently that's what we love to do. So yeah, we'll start out. I'll mute myself and then I'll call us all back with the Alpenhorn of summoning. Yes, 7:30 Mountain Time. Thank you. Okay, is everybody ready? Sorry, there's like cat hair floating around in here because that's my life. Let's go ahead and I don't remember who said it now. I think it was Sarah who said, let's get ready to rumble. You ready? Are you ready? All right, I'm going to mute myself and we're going to start. All the best to you. We've got this. Hello, writers and creators. Welcome back. How was that? I'm going to take down my little banner here that says we're writing. We got a few new folks joining us during the silence, and I hope I haven't weirded you out. We just got finished with our creating time. Marissa's comment that came in while we were writing is awesome, so I want to share this with you. Marissa said, "Fireworks are going off in the distance. Obviously, my neighbors are celebrating my return to writing after not doing much of anything at all during vacation." Marissa, that just made me laugh. So thank you for sharing that. Yes, welcome, new creatives. Yes. Yeah, how did everyone do? Yeah, like Naked Acre says, how'd y'all do? How'd everyone do? Cassandra says, that was great. I got quite a bit done for a blog post. Excellent. Fearless Like a Lion's Heart says, I just finished chapter 1 and worked on chapter 2. I love it. Treslin says, I wrote for like 15 minutes. Then the other 15, my mind wandered to other story ideas. I understand. I feel like that's normal. I get excited about everything. The Cryptid Next Door says, I was drawing again today. I'm trying to draw a character for each month. Ooh, I like that. Davis spent the time applying for jobs and surfing Twitter. Oh, yeah, duh. Sorry. That's one thing I usually say before I hit mute is you don't have to spend this time writing. This, if you need to use this time for something else like job hunting or making dinner for your kids. Thank you, Midori. No, it's not time for another comment yet. We're still on this comment. Yeah, if you need to spend the time doing something else, I know in the past, some folks have played video games. Some folks have like doodled, stared at a wall. It's whatever you need this time for. This is your time to find fulfillment or rest or creative space, certainly. But whatever it is you need. So Tim says, I fiddled around with a character running past a crowded market, pausing, and then running into a quiet, abandoned alley. The envelope tool in Audacity is weird, and I'm still mastering it. Yeah, Tim has been working on sound design for Omen, and it sounds so fantastic. I'm so excited for him to share that with you. Lynette says, almost ready to work on dialogue only 2 chapters left to get prepped. Awesome, perfect. Naked Acres says, or playing video games. Naked Acres says, having a ball with a story about contrast and the need for this in my life. Ooh, I feel like that is going to lead to some very good insights. Takara, part 19 of that murder mystery. Takara has been working on this murder mystery, I want to say about maybe even longer than we've been doing these live streams, but the whole time we've been doing these live streams, all of 2020, Takara's been working on this murder mystery, and I love it. I love it. Tania says, I've started filling in my blank page of a plan to get paid. Yes, my lofty goal is feeling a little less overwhelming and scary. Good. Good. Yeah, there's something about making a plan and working backwards. So if your goal is to make, $200 a month from your writing, all right, what does that look like every week? And where is that money coming from? Yes, I know. Yeah, having that plan can really demystify and I don't know, take away some of that tension, some of that fear, some of that overwhelm. Ducky says, I took down inspirational ideas and plans that I heard here, created a couple ideas, and made a grocery list. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love it. Monica says, I worked on much needed character development. I was so into it, I almost forgot to put my chickens to bed. Do you have chickens? Are these Stardew Valley chickens or are they real chickens? I love that. Oh, chickens. Audacity, yes. Audacity is interesting to play with. It's a little weird. Yes, yes, yes. Agree. Ooh, Annie says, I got some world building done on the bonkers story. Good. I got stuck trying to think of a town name. That's okay. Do you ever just like write, like type town name and I just like put it in brackets and then I just keep going? Because otherwise I will overthink it. Ooh, working on a new book. Oh, awesome. Sci-fi fantasy called Complicated. Oh, very cool. Oh, okay. I'm not going to ask how far along you are or anything. Just let us know how the process goes. Ooh, Pinball Princess says, I think I just reframed whatever my Nano novel was. So some of you participated in NaNoWriMo, which is National Novel Writing Month in November. So Pinball Princess continues, clearly that story wants to get out, but what I wrote in November just didn't work. Yes, tell the story anyway. Yes, find a new way to tell the story, reframe it. I love that idea. Midori is sitting at my door and meowing. She is not allowed out of this room. So I don't know what you think you're gonna get. What do you think you're gonna get? I'm not gonna let you out into the hallway. Sometimes we want what we can't have. Ooh, okay, so the plot is Mars has always been a mysterious planet, but it's not red and empty. It's a futuristic world full of strange creatures and home to all different species of aliens. Clyde Sellers, one of the few Cypro assassins who works for her dad to help protect them as no one knows why they're declining. She's up for the challenge and defining the answers and complications of protecting the one she falls for. Oh, sci-fi romance mystery. I am here for it. Oh, I love that. Who was it who also was it Linnea Sinclair? Who am I thinking of? Who wrote? Oh, I love those. I love those. I love it. I'm very excited. Wow, everybody has like big big comments today. Annie says, because I think you all would appreciate it. The synopsis that led to the bonkers story is a giant glowing profit-gulping manatee prompted by dreams of an abandoned house and carrying only a lucky coin given by his evil fairy godmother joins up with his competent new friends, the leopard seal with dreams of musical stardom, the scrawny lion, the ghostly ballerina, and the silent parrot, to say nothing of the dog, to escape the labyrinthine architecture of the mermaid-run space zoo via ... Oh my gosh, I think there was more to that. And it got cut off because it was so long. Wow, that is the wackiest, most, I think bonkers is a great word for it, for that prompt. I feel like Jimmy could have written that prompt. I'm wondering. Oh man. I don't know what this means because I don't know anything about chickens, but I love that this is what they are. 10 cinnamon queens and 3 silkies. Cinnamon queens. Oh, who names chickens? Because that's beautiful. Cass says, I used the story engine to pull a story prompt and used that to write a short outline. Heck yeah, might go flesh it out when we're done here. Cass, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Marissa says, I introduced some new characters in my novel. I spent a lot of the time imagining life in their multicultural household, lots of questions asked. Yes, shoes on or shoes off when one enters their home. Ooh, and if both spouses have a different opinion, who has the final say, etc. I love that. And that's like a form of world building we don't talk about. You know, we think of world building, we think of like, oh, what's this whole world? What does it look like? But this is like a small world in a home. Like this is a ecosystem. This is a very intense world that you're building. That's really cool. That's really cool. Yeah, Cinnamon Queens sounds like the coolest indie band. I would listen to the Cinnamon Queens. Like, heck. Natasha says, I'm working on monotasking this year and was able to do a 30-minute run of focused work this evening. Yes. Natasha, yes. Oh, I love it. I hope you feel amazing. Oh, that's fantastic. Kit Falbo says, mermaid short stories to submit to Mermaids Monthly. Only have a few days to do it, though. The date is the 9th. Okay, you can do it. You can do this. And it's a short story, so that's doable. Do you have a plan for getting it done and submitted in time? I think that would be my question for you. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Annie continues that prompt. Okay. Via the mysterious taking tree and find whatever is seeking them before the string runs out and the unicorn turns over a leaf and stabs the new year. Oh, is that the stabby unicorns? Oh my gosh. Oh, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. It has a bit of an RPG flavor because long story short, Omen Investigations is not the Omen podcast that Tim is working on, but it did get me started on actual play RPG podcast. So now my writer brain only wants to talk in that narrator DM kind of voice. Annie, that is bonkers. That is bonkers. That is bonkers. Apparently Jimmy is writing, which I love to hear. Yeah, those stabby unicorns, they're kind of everything. Yeah, Annie, that sounds amazing. Yeah, chickens have awesome names. Yeah, wow. Who names those chickens? Kit Falbo says, I have 900 words in one scene done. It's 5,000 max for submission. Not sure the short story arc I want. I'm planning to discover up to 3,000 and then wrap up based on that. That's legit. That's a plan. That's a plan. Love it. Let's see. Takara says a scene writing exercise in school started my murder mystery. Oh, cool. So you've been working on this for a long time, like a long time. That is really, really cool. Oh, that's fantastic. For me, I was initially going to use tonight to record another Right Now podcast episode. So I was going to have my little setup here and like do my episode. Maybe I'll save that for our next create along. I just did not have it in me to record a podcast episode. And plus the 30-minute window was a little, so like usually when I record Right Now podcast episodes, they're probably usually, so they're not scripted. So I just kind of like talk. And so they're usually like 40 minutes and then we trim them down to about 30. So yeah, it would have been a little bit of a time crunch. So instead I wrote in my journal and I wrote about, I have this book of journaling prompts and today's journaling prompt was, what would happen if you got everything you ever wanted? And like, it was such a weird, like, topic for me to write about because I'm used to not getting what I want necessarily. Like, I grew up super poor and like we, couldn't afford a lot of stuff. And so I just kind of learned to like make do with what I had and be resourceful. So like this idea of like things that I want, I don't know. So I like struggled with that a little bit, like, cause I've kind of honed the being resourceful and making do has always seemed like a virtue to me. It's like, oh, I make the do with what I make do with what I have. Like, I don't know. I started the Right Now podcast with a borrowed microphone and, a bunch of towels. And then I made Girl in Space with that same equipment. I'm not used to thinking like, oh, I'd like to invest in that like $800 microphone. It's like, oh no, I'm fine using what I have. Like my show is fine. So I don't know. Yeah. And like, in a sense, I already like have what I want. Like, I don't know. I work from home. I work in my office. Somebody earlier in Facebook said that I have a cute office space. So thank you. I love my little office. I have time and space to work on my creative projects. I have a beautiful support network. So yeah, I don't know. It was just a very weird introspective journaling session. Oh, Cass says, check your email for a friendly reminder about a thing. Okay, I will have to do that. I probably shouldn't be doing it right now. Okay, I'll have to do that. Oh no, my window. Yeah, it is definitely its own headspace. Make it work. Yeah, it's like they kind of, and I don't know if like if that was like growing up, like make do with what you have. Like we don't need expensive paints to do, to do art. We can make art out of, egg cartons and old straw. Like, I don't know. It's just interesting. Apparently this is a thing. My favorite breed of chicken is Scott's Dumpy. Little Scott's Dumpy. Chicken names. Chicken names. Who knew? Annie says the Stabby unicorns were one of the 24 prompts in the story swap. Someone made a comment that my brain took as a dare to include all 24 prompts in one story. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, who the heck is coming up with these prompts? Like that's like a story in and of itself. Ooh, okay. Naked Acre says, finishing up tonight's create along with an ambitious bookbinding marathon. I've got 9 handmade journals in the studio curing as the binding glue dries. Oh, what a beautiful thing to do. Working with paper. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, Tim is asking, do you have a storefront? Cass, which email should I be checking? Oh, probably my Girl in Space email. Probably. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Girl in Space. Okay, cool. I'll check that. Well, it is almost 9 p.m. here, and I'm going to go play some more Stardew Valley and unwind. But I just want to say thank you all for being here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being magical, beautiful human beings and for joining us in a creative community. This means the world to me. I'm so excited. We're here together on the first day of 2021. And I don't want to say that like this year's going to be good or bad or anything like that, but I'm just really grateful to be celebrating and enjoying the very first day of this year with my amazing creative collective. So I'm just so happy to be here with you. Yes, I'm gonna go sell all my parsnips and put together a playthrough guide for Jimmy. Good. Thank you all for being here. We are going to continue doing these, throughout the new year. So come hang out with us Wednesdays and Fridays. At one point, I do still want to talk about creating your business plan. I have an episode of the Right Now podcast that's coming out soon called Writers as Entrepreneurs, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that there as well. So, okay, yes. Thank you, Cassandra. Useful in both for writing and inspiring. Yes, you're all perfect. Happy 2021. Good. Okay. Good. Oh, and Jimmy is still writing. Perfect. Good. Those of you who are still writing, go ahead and continue. I hope you are having a beautiful start to your year, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye for now.